Hey guys, Kaiosho here, and this is a video response to the Happy Console Gamers video about his and Rob Mann's bucket list games. Basically, games that they feel they have to play before they die. Games that they need to go back to that they started, or games they just haven't gotten to yet, and they just feel strongly that they have to. And I have several that I want to go into real quick here. Firstly, the first two games in the Elder Scrolls series, that's Arena and Daggerfall. Um, I really like Arena for what it is. It's very basic compared to the later games, but it's also very big and open. Um, it was charming to me playing it. I didn't play it until it first went freeware when it was on its 10th anniversary, and I really want to go back to it, even though it's a really old game and it's kind of ugly and archaic. But I really want to go back and play that. Daggerfall, same thing. Um, Daggerfall's interface even seems worse than Arena's to me. I don't know, but that's a little bit of what's tripped me up. I've tried to play both these games several times, and I really want to go back to them. Daggerfall, there's a guy who's basically writing a whole new engine for Daggerfall called Dagger XL, which will hopefully come out in the next few months. So hopefully when that comes out, that'll give me the kick I need to at least play that one. And in that same vein, I need to go back to Skyrim. I was so excited for that when it came out, and then I barely played it, and I just couldn't get into it for some reason. I think I overhyped myself, and I knew I was doing it, and I tried to stop myself, but I couldn't help it. And I've tried to go back to it a couple times, and I just need to make myself get into it again, and then yeah, I don't know. So moving on from that series, The Longest Journey, which is a point-and-click adventure game on the PC. I think it might have had a console port. I don't know. It also has a sequel, but I really need to play The Longest Journey. I've owned it for years and years, and I've still never played it. I've wanted to play it for years. I just never got around to it. I don't know why. The next one is Metal Gear Solid 3. The first Metal Gear Solid game is one of my favorite games of all time. And Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, is, I'd say, in my top 20. So you would think I would have played Metal Gear Solid 3 by now. But I didn't have a PS2 at the time. And I've got the HD collection now, but I still can't seem to get myself to play it. But I really need to. I know I'll enjoy it. And in that same vein, I need to play 4, but I don't even have a PS3 to play 4 anyways at this point. So, but someday I need to do 4, but I need to play 3 first, so whatever. Next is Shenmue on the Dreamcast, and I played the hell out of that, and I ended up spending a lot of time doing the job in the game, the forklift job, and I don't know what happened. I just stopped playing. And I know that game kind of ends on a cliffhanger, and then there's Shenmue 2, and I think that might even end on a cliffhanger. I don't know, but I'd at least like to finish the first one. I need to go back to that. Next is these are in completely random order, by the way. They're not in chronological order or anything. Next is Assassin's Creed 2. I got to the very end of that game. Like there was one mission left to do, one thing left to do, and I wanted to get some of the collectibles. And then I just never finished the game. And now I don't remember enough of the plot to feel like if I went back and finished it, if it would mean anything. So now I feel like I need to replay the whole thing. And I really want to, because I really enjoyed the game. I really enjoy that series. And I want to finish that so I can play Brotherhood and Revelations and maybe 3 eventually. I don't know. But I own Brotherhood and Revelations, and, well, still I own 2, but yeah, okay. And then moving on, Gray Matter, which is a game by Jane Jensen, who did the Gabriel Knight series of adventure games on the PC, which are my all-time favorite games, period. So when this game was coming out, it was in development hell for years. It switched publishers a couple times, and when it was finally going to be released, I ordered a collector's edition from Germany because that was the only place you could get one. And I have the collector's edition. It's in a nice tin case and everything. And I waited for this game for years and years, and then I never played it. And part of it was the reviews came out, and some people kind of slagged on it a little bit. Also, I heard before the game came out, Jane Jensen was saying that the game might be the first of a trilogy, and if the game didn't do so well, she might not be able to do the rest of the trilogy. And even though fans that have played the game since then have told me that it does have a proper ending, I still kind of feel like I don't want to play it and get really attached to the characters and then not have a whole series to go with it. I don't know. It's really weird, but I really need to play that. I have some weird mental block with that game. I don't know. It's like a big passionate thing that I really want to play, but I kind of don't. Anyways, moving on. Legend of Grimrock. That's a fairly recent one. I got about halfway through the game, maybe further, I don't know. And just something else came along and distracted me, and I haven't gone back to it. I keep wanting to. And now I feel like I wouldn't even remember how to cast spells or anything in the game. But I was really, really, really enjoying that. So I just want to go back to and finish it. Stalker: Shadow of Chernobyl. That game, I loved it. I don't know. I don't even remember why I stopped playing. I think it's just one of those games, just like Grimrock, where something distracted me, and I loved that game. And I need to go back to it. I tried maybe twice now. And the beginning of the game is just not that fun when you've already played it before, especially because it's kind of difficult when you don't have all the equipment and stuff yet. I really need to go back and play that, though. I loved that game, and I want to see where it was going. And there's 2 more games in that series, and I own them. I just need to finish the first one and play them. Next, randomly, is Siberia 2. These are point-and-click adventure games as well as some of the earlier games were. I played Siberia 1 a few years back, and I loved it. There's the atmosphere and the tone of that game is so evocative. It's so engrossing in a way that in a depressing, but I don't know how to explain it. But I loved Siberia. And it ended on a cliffhanger, and I still haven't played Siberia 2. I don't know why. I have no excuse. I just haven't done it, and I need to. And lastly is Chrono Trigger. I've tried that game, tried to start that game 3 or 4 times. Most recently was on the DS. And I always lose interest before anything interesting actually happens, which I don't think I've ever gotten past the festival, the carnival, or whatever it is at the beginning. So, I think the problem is I need to play that on the Super Nintendo. In the back of my mind, every time I've tried to play it, I'm just constantly thinking, I want to play this on the real thing. And that game is expensive now. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm willing to shell out the money for it, because I still don't even know if I'm going to like it, even though everyone says it's one of the greatest games of all time. I'm not huge into JRPGs. In fact, I've never really played one to any extent. So, but I really want to play that one, though, but I can't seem to. I need it on the Super Nintendo. I just need it. But I don't know. Anyways, that's it for this. I've rambled on for nearly 10 minutes now. Hopefully this wasn't too boring, and I know it was completely random, but there you go.